Bereshit chapter 44. Then he ordered the manager of his household, fill the men's packs with food, as much as they can carry, and put each man's money just inside his pack, and put my goblet, the silver one, just inside the pack of the youngest, along with his grain money. He did what Yosef told him to do. At daybreak the men were sent off with their donkeys. But before they were far from the city, Yosef said to his manager, Up, go after the men, and when you overtake them, say to them, Why have you repaid good with evil? Isn't this the goblet my Lord drinks from, indeed the one he uses for divination? What you have done is evil. So he caught up with them and said these words to them. They replied, Why does my Lord speak this way? Heaven forbid that we should do such a thing. Why, the money we found inside our packs we brought back to you from the land of Canaan. So how would we still steal silver or gold from your Lord's house? Whichever one of us the goblet is found with, let him be put to death, and the rest of us will be my Lord's slaves. He replied, Fine, let it be as you have said. Whichever one it is found with will be my slave, but the rest of you will be blameless. Then each hurried to put his pack down on the ground, and each one opened his pack. He searched, starting with the oldest and ending with the youngest, and the goblet was found in the pack belonging to Benjamin. At this they tore their clothes from grief. Then each man loaded up his donkey and returned to the city. Yehuda and his brothers arrived at Joseph's house. He was still there, and they fell down before him on the ground. Joseph said to them, How could you do such a thing? Don't you know that a man such as myself can learn the truth by divination? Yehuda said, There is nothing we can say to my Lord. How can we speak? There is no way we can clear ourselves. God has revealed your servant's guilt. So here we are, my Lord's slaves, both we and also the one in whose possession the cup was found. But he replied, Heaven forbid that I should act in such a way. The man in whose possession the goblet was found will be my slave. But as for you, go in peace to your father. Then Yehuda approached Joseph and said, Please, my lord, let your servant say something to you privately, and don't be angry with your servant, for you are like Pharaoh himself. My lord asked his servants, Do you have a father or a brother? We answered, My lord, we have a father who is an old man and a child of his old age, a little one whose brother is dead, so that of his mother's children he alone is left, and his father loves him. But you said to your servants, Bring him down to me, so that I can see him. We answered, My lord, the boy can't leave his father. If he were to leave his father would die. You said to your servants, You will not see my face again unless your brother is with you. We went up to your servant, my father, and told him what my lord had said. But when our father said, Go again and buy us some food, we answered, We can't go down. Only if your youngest brother is with us, we will go down. Only if our youngest brother is with us will we go down, because we can't see the man's face unless our youngest brother is with us. Then your servant, my father, said to us, You know that my wife bore me 2 sons. The one went out from me, and I said, Surely he has been torn to pieces, and I haven't seen him since. Now if you take this one away from me too, and something happens to him, you will bring my gray hair down to Sheol with grief. So now if I go to your servant, my father, and the boy isn't with us, seeing how his heart is bound up with the boy's heart, when he sees that the boy isn't with us, he will die. And your servants will bring the gray hair of your servant our father down to Sheol with grief. For your servant himself guaranteed his safety. I said, If I fail to bring him to you, then I will bear the blame before my father forever. Therefore I beg you, let your servant stay as a slave to my lord instead of the boy, and let the boy go up with his brothers. For how can I go up to my father if the boy isn't with me? I couldn't bear to see my father so overwhelmed with anguish.